It's the 34th, right, Mike? 34th anniversary of Purple Rain, the film, and the soundtrack that went with it by Prince.
So hold on a minute here, just so I understand. It was Caddyshack 38 years ago this week.
Yep.
It's Purple Rain 34 years ago today.
A lot of heavy hitters.
It was just last month. It was the 30th anniversary of Midnight Run.
Yep.
Where is the time gone, man? Okay, so
Okay, so obviously that's a huge huge soundtrack, very very notorious. We're gonna ask today, what's the best original movie soundtrack? So some stipulations here. Original movie soundtrack. No musicals, no scores. So that's why there's no Star Trek, no anything like
Star Wars,
Star Wars or anything like that. So original movie soundtrack of all time. Here's what we got: Purple Rain, Saturday Night Fever, The Bodyguard. Those are the three highest selling soundtracks of all time.
The Bodyguard?
Number one, 17 million.
Yeah. But
17 million.
Hold on a second. But in the same way we're saying the best divisions in football, it's got to be top to bottom, right? Isn't that a top-heavy soundtrack?
Well, when you're number one, you're number one.
I mean, Whitney Houston made, what, My Heart Will Go On? Is that what it is?
No,
that's Titanic. Right?
Okay.
Oh, I Will Always Love You.
I Will Always Love You.
Which was a remake from Dolly Parton. A lot of people will argue that it's not her song. So, but it's the biggest.
I mix my Titanic with My Bodyguard.
It's totally fine.
I never thought I'd say that.
And the last two, 8 Mile soundtrack.
Amazing.
Eminem won an Oscar for that. And Frozen.
You putting Frozen on there.
Very, very popular, I know, among the kids.
You're putting Frozen on there.
People of Rich's generation, and a couple of big hits on there. So we'll throw Frozen on there.
Come on, Frozen. I know there are
Purple
people
Rain,
out there. Oh, please.
Saturday Night
Just
Fever,
to get Brockman every single time he's got to do the update on the poll question, please. I'll put my thumb on the scale just to hear Brockman say, and Frozen leads the poll.
8 Mile and Frozen.
Frozen is a really good soundtrack. You guys didn't.
I love it.
You're the Greatest Showman too. You love the Greatest Showman.
I'm a
right?
big Greatest Showman fan.
That's incredible, top to bottom.
Great, top to bottom. Maybe not.
But Frozen's not top heavy either. There's some good ones in there.
Frozen's good. So if we missed any, give us a call. But here's our list.
Oh, we missed some.
There's a lot.
You didn't want to put Top Gun on there? How do you not put Top Gun? Footloose. Where's Footloose?
Ghostbusters. I went in a wormhole.
Ghostbusters.
There's a lot of
Ghostbusters. What? Just because I ain't afraid of ghosts?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop. But you can't put that up there with.
It's not up there with
The Graduate.
Here's the deal.
How's The Graduate?
It's like yesterday with the front men. We could have had a list that was 15 guys long. We could have a list that's 15 for movie soundtracks. Yeah. But this is the list. This is the 5.
I know there's some people like, wow, no Footloose, but Frozen.
Let it go.
I mean, we couldn't also have all movies from the 70s.
Call us at 844-204-RICH on that one. What's going on, William?
Hey, guys. It's great. Love the show, man. I think for me, the best soundtrack has got to be the Friday soundtrack. That was Dr. Dre and Ice Cube, and I think Rick James was on there. That's a great soundtrack for me.
We're getting some calls like Forrest Gump. I mean,
those are compilations.
Big Chill, somebody just said to me.
Trust me, if we were allowed to put together compilation, the Big Chill would be on this list.
Singles, another one.
But you have decided it's all got so like Danger Zone was specifically written
songs
for
written
Top
for
Gun.
the movie.
They call up Loggins.
Yes.
And as Paul Rudd would attest to, you want to go
Deep Loggins.
Deep Loggins. Okay, Deep Loggins is a great fantasy name. It almost won it all, if not for a touch of the Vermeil. You go Deep Loggins. So Caddyshack called up Loggins and say, we need a song for what? Say he's like, I'm all right.
I'm all right.
Okay. They call up Loggins for Top Gun, and he's like, I got Danger Zone for you. I got you, right?
Yeah. Hey, Kenny, we're doing a movie about planes and fighter pilots, and Tom Cruise is in it. Boom, gotcha.
And you got to fly into the Danger Zone,
and he just banged this out.
Boom,
boom. Highway to the Danger Zone,
like Footloose. Song about dancing in the
highway. That's right. So it's a highway. It's a highway going off the carrier.
Yeah,
it's like a highway.
Yeah.
And then when you
highway to the Danger Zone, Mike.
And then when you go off, go off the highway, you're going to the Danger Zone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Deep Loggins.
That opening's great too. That movie.
Revving up your engine?
Yeah.
Listen to her howl and roar. Metal under tension, begging you to touch and go.
I mean,
highway to the danger zone. Ride into the danger zone.
Chris in Macon, Georgia, you're here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's up, Chris?
Yeah, Rich. Good to talk to you.
By the way, that was a very dramatic reading, Chris. I mean,
Thank you.
I just want to hit that danger zone right now.
oh my God!
What's up,
I'll
Chris?
keep going. I'll keep going.
A couple of movies y'all might not have heard of. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. Bob Dylan was actually in it. He did that soundtrack. It's fantastic.
Okay.
And then the other one would be Where the Buffalo Roam with Bill Murray. It's Hunter S. Thompson type of movie, and and Neil Young does that soundtrack.
Okay. Chris in Georgia. Right there. What's the poll? How does the poll question sit right now?
Heading into twilight.
So you can't get enough.
Spreading out her wings tonight.
You're in a Loggins wormhole
She
now.
got you jumping off the track and shoving into overdrive.
Wow.
Highway to the danger zone.
That's Kelly McGinnis, right?
I'll take you riding into the danger zone. I mean, come on. What a great song.
Bodyguards out of our poll, Top Guns in.
Okay.
We got to do it.
Done.
We got to get
Done.
Loggins somehow in this.
Done.
How do we not get Kenny Loggins in this?
You want me to keep reading the
I know
words?
people who are probably like, "What? How do we not have Simon and Garfunkel in for The Graduate?"
No.
But you got Loggins, but no Simon and Garfunkel?
Deep Loggins.
Brad in Cincinnati, you're on the show. What's up, Brad?
Rich, love your show.
Thanks,
Drive
bud.
quite a bit. Listen to you all the time.
Awesome.
Man, at a wrestle meet where you're sitting at your locker and your headphones right before the football game,
Yeah.
you got to go Top Gun.
There you go.
I
Right?
mean, really and truly. I mean, that, or, and I'm going old school then, Survivor, Eye of the Tiger, and Rocky.
Oh.
It's a good one.
Part 4 though, because it's in both. It's in 3 and 4.
Oh, okay. Look at Del Tufo. You're just, I mean, you're like
The last 2
Spot and Dimes.
days
You're like
has
Costanza
just been
Spot and
amazing.
Dimes.
It's music.
What do you have over there, Larry?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
You tell me.
Favorite soundtrack
Yes.
of all time, and we've all done it at a bar, we've all done it at a karaoke, is Grease.
Grease is the word. Why did that not make our poll? Didn't we discuss that prior to the?
Well, that would have been a second Travolta movie. You never go second Travolta. And, Saturday Night Fever is, I think, superior to Grease. I think we would all agree about that.
Okay. All right. And you got any other ones on you, Larry?
The one I actually do like, that I listen to a lot is actually Pulp Fiction.
But Pulp Fiction is a lot of older.
Like Dusty Springfield
Yeah,
song, all
it's
those.
Compilation. It's like Forrest Gump.
Thanks for the call, Larry.
Yeah, but, I go with the soundtrack on that one.
Okay, you got it, Larry.
Also, no Grease, no musicals. We excluded musicals from the list.
Oh, okay.
That was right.
What's the best original movie soundtrack? So today's the 34th anniversary of Purple Rain. So that's on there with Saturday Night Fever, 8 Mile, Frozen, and Top Gun.
Who put Frozen in there? Rich, did you put Frozen in there?
Okay, do not. Hey, I did not. I did not.
Rich.
I didn't. But Frozen is. I mean, I'll pound the table for Frozen, but I did not put them in there.
I'm going to have to vote for Moana just because of my political allegiances. I think.
Moana, by the way, is a great Lin-Manuel Miranda soundtrack. Agreed. But who would you take right there?
I'd say it's between Purple Rain and 8 Mile.
What do you have over there, Chris Brockman?
All right, so just the stipulations. Original soundtrack, so movies written,
So Grease
performed
was thrown
for the
out.
movie. No musicals, no scores.
And no compilations.
And no
So that's why
compilations.
Dirty Dancing, that's why Big Chill didn't make it.
Yeah, Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, all these other ones,
Right.
Rocky or
Yep.
Star Wars.
Got
That's
it.
what those are. Okay, Purple Rain leading the way right now, 34% on the 34th anniversary. Saturday Night Fever, 22%. Top Gun, 19%. 8 Mile, 15%. Frozen, 10%.
I'm gonna throw a new one at you that hasn't been mentioned all show long. How about Magnolia? Did you ever see that movie?
I did. Very bizarre movie.
Amy Mann, her soundtrack for Magnolia is amazing. Amazing. Give that a listen.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.